So now we're about to start today's event, and it's a great honor to have CJ Hsieh, President of MediaTek, to have a short speech to open today's event. Welcome everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. First of all, I would like to thank all of you who have flown from different corners of the world. Whether you are from media or you're an analyst, thank you for coming. And also, I would like to welcome all local friends from the media. Thank you for coming. I know you all have a very busy schedule since we're having a Computex event. So thank you for coming to MediaTek's press event. I'm really grateful for that. I'm very glad that I can share with you in Taiwan, where MediaTek is founded. 2014 was a remarkable year for MediaTek, with strong growth and revenue, including world-first technologies across our broad portfolio of solutions aimed at providing best user experiences to consumers, so that we can provide better experiences to our consumers and make technology more useful to people's everyday life, creating endless opportunities. And in fourth quarter of 2015, we are officially in top 10 of semiconductor producers around the world, and we have a total number of 10,000 employees in our group. Looking into the future, MediaTek will not only increase our portfolio and make the best of our advantage in cross-platform products, we will also focus on high-end product development, so that we can embrace transformation confronting global challenges. I remember in 2013, at that time, MediaTek was world leading in announcing the true quad-core processor and making us the leader in the market. Octa-core, excuse me. It was in 2013, Octa-core, and from then on, we have been working very hard in developing ever new products. And last week, we just announced a tri-cluster architecture processor and a 10-core mobile processor, which are also market leading. It was Helio X20. Once again, it proves that MediaTek has been working very hard to create the new generation of smartphones for consumers. And in addition to Helio X20, today it's our honor to officially announce another product, Helio P10, which is also a high-end smartphone processor. And today we are seeing an increasing demand of slim smartphones, and how can we achieve the goal of a smart processor which is small and yet with full capacity and capability. So P10 actually represents the latest breakthrough of MediaTek. And for MediaTek, it is also a promise that we've been committed that we will improve people's everyday life. And in addition to announcing P10 for smartphone market, today we will also introduce two other chips, which are for smartphone and IoT application. these are all wireless products, which means MediaTek has been working very hard and invest a lot of efforts in catching up the trend of smart home. So later we will have general managers of different business units to explain the product and chips in detail. And also, they will explain our strategies to embrace the market. Last but not the least, thank you for coming again. And I hope in today's and this evening's cocktail party, you can have a great evening. Thank you very much.
是的，联发科技呢，今年度在这个巴塞罗那举行
Yes, indeed. In the NWC Congress in Barcelona, MediaTek just announced Helio, which aims for a smartphone market. It not only brings unprecedented smartphone experiences, it also approves our goal in carrying out better product for high-end smartphones. Now let us welcome Jeffrey to introduce MediaTek's Helio. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It's my honor to be able to represent MediaTek and to share with you what is the latest development of MediaTek. And before I start my presentation, I would like to tell you a story. A few years ago, when I was about to enter college, my dad told me he was trying to analyze the market for me because I was choosing the department in college which I'm going to. He said, well, maybe going to mechanic engineering would be a good idea for you. But at that time, I was so into software and code writing. And yet, up to now, as you know, we are seeing ever more slimmer smartphones. And see, on the Libra, on the left-hand side, you see a smartphone. Its price is so much higher than the chips. So now I really have to, well, pay tribute to my father. I think he said something right. From this story, I would like to tell you that in today's smartphones, especially those flagship ones, they all have very good design, and the outlook, the slimness of a smartphone is the most attractive factor for consumers. The efforts we devoted into making a smartphone include not only the design, but also all the chips and infrastructure inside. Like some of you might have upgraded your phones from iPhone 4 to 6, and we are seeing ever bigger screens. And when the display get bigger, and we have to get the big screen fit with the slim outlook. So you see, even though the display is getting increasingly larger, the battery is not catching up with the trend. And yet for consumers, they want just big screen, and they want the battery to run long enough. So what's the solution? The solution is that we have to fine-tune the processor with a low power consumption. And that is why we launched Helio with ultra-low power consumption, and it will benefit the future design of slim smartphones. And I believe 9 out of 10 people in the market, when they see this is the 10-core chip, people will say, oh, MediaTek is crazy. You already have Octa-core. Now you are having 10-core. And yet for us, launching a 10-core with a tri-cluster architecture is how we carry out our promise. And also we have a third generation LTE. We have all these new connectivity capabilities that will fit into a demand from consumers of having bigger screen on their smartphones. This is the real needs of the future flagship smartphones. That's what we are doing. And so why tri-cluster? Well, nowadays, in the market, there are two major trends. One is small CPU. Big CPU, they have two CPUs. So with larger workload, it goes to the larger processor, and the small workload, it goes to the small processor. If the small workload goes to the big processor, then it's actually interfering the efficiency. And how about the mid-size workload? If it goes to the small processor, it will slow down the whole processing. And if it's on the big processor, then it's a waste of efficiency.
所以，你可以说来也，这概念虽然很简单，可是背后的技术。
This may sound easy, but for us, we try to develop a mid-size processor, something between the small and the big processor. That's where all the mid-size workloads can go to, so that we can optimize the efficiency and power consumption. This is something like driving. If you have only two gears, and then on the left you are running too slow, and on the right you might be running too fast. So if with a medium gear, it actually can offer you some place in between that you can smooth your ride. And if the design of changing gears is good enough, that means the drivers can really have a smooth ride and save the fuel and save the consumption of power. And this is an internal analysis. For different workloads such as Facebook, YouTube, email, or Skype, all these different workloads, generally, if they switch from mid workload to big workload processor, well, if we can switch the processor, actually it will benefit a lot of the efficiency of a slim smartphone. And it can save as much as to 30% of the power consumption. So this design has been recognized by various clients of ours. And in addition to the tri-cluster architecture, we have uncompromised multimedia solution. And here are a few new functions, including DSLR-like preview experience and a fusion of EIS OIS. For DSLR-like experience, some of you might know that on your smartphone there are dual cameras. Dual cameras, first they offer image depth for the user, so that you can have a blur background, making the picture more beautiful. And yet, in your smartphone, it's almost impossible to have a blur background, a preview. So in the future, when we are having really high-end camera phones, we need processor like this, because right now, current smartphones, they use dual processor, one for background blurring, one for the image taking. And for Helio X20, our breakthrough is that you need this preview when you are taking pictures, and that's why we are the world's first real-time shallow depth of field effects during preview. That is, when you are taking the picture, when it's not saved, you can see it very clearly with background blurring. So this is something that Helio X20 can do. And only Helio X20 can do that. And for 120 frames per second, a lot of people do not really know what it is. Now, whether it's iPhone 6 or Samsung's Galaxy, all these smartphones, they have 60 frames per second display. For Helio X20 and also previous generation of Helio with 120 frames per second, it largely benefits user interface, and also your display will be more realistic, more smooth when you are playing music or you are simply just displaying the images. And as we heard from the news, Ang Lee, a famous director from Taiwan, he has announced that for his next movie, Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk, he will shoot it at 120 frames per second. That means 120 frames per second is something that big screen, small screens alike, that users will need so that they can optimize their viewer experience. Also, visual processing application is something embedded in Helio X20. It combines CPU, GPU, and ISP so that developers can make the best use of this processor to do graphic computing. For example, by taking a photo of your face, then it can actually calculate your heartbeat. It's a no-contact heart rate detection by video camera. So this is one of the first few very interesting application of Helio X20's special capabilities, and we hope in the future that Helio X20 will activate or inspire even more interesting application. Since last year, we have launched the first generation or different generations of LTE5 mode modem. And earlier this year, we launched the second generation of LTE7 mode modem. The coverage include China Telecom and also wireless, some other major telecommunication providers. And today we are announcing the third generation LTE7 mode modem that support Cat6 with 300 Mbps. And we believe that for Helio X20, it can support most demands around the world, and you wouldn't have to change chips when you are roaming around the world. And this is Helio X20 we announced last month, and now we are about to introduce Helio P10. Helio P10 is an Octa-core 64-bit Cortex-A53 CPU, and it comes with premium performance with best power efficiency. And also what's special about it is the TSMC. It uses TSMC new 28nm HPC Plus process for optimal power efficiency, which echoes the demand of a smaller battery in most smartphones today. And also for P10, it uses the same modem as X20, so it supports third generation world mode LTE. And as you see, most smartphones, when taking photos, low light is a big challenge. And for MediaTek, Helio P10 is one of the first to provide a true bright and RWLB function. We use RG and W structure, and we actually have partnered with other imaging experts to improve the brightness of the images. And we improve 200% sensitivity than process RGB. So whether it's efficiency or brightness, it has been so much improved. So this is Helio P10, world's first ISP engine to power RWB sensor. Another very special function is our low light engine. When you are looking in a smartphone, sometimes it's under the sunlight, and sometimes it's really in very dark corner. Some people well, maybe, I don't know where, but in really dark and shadowy places, a lot of times you feel that your smartphone is too bright. And that is because we have a LED background light, and it does not sense the surrounding lighting, and you cannot really turn off the LED background lighting. But with P10 we can analyze the circumstances, and with P10 we can turn down a little bit of the lightness, the brightness of the content in your smartphone. And when we combine our capability in optimizing the images, then you see a lower light in background and also an optimized image. And also a lot of people have been investigating blue light, which might hurt our eyes. Therefore, in MediaTek, we had a special research. We created a blue light defender. Actually, a lot of software have been working on it now. However, the algorithm is simple, too simple. So you see Blue Light Defender, you can see other solution. It's yellowish because the algorithm, the computing power is too simple. And yet with Helio P10, you can see the result is completely different, which is truer to reality. So these are the new features of P10 in terms of multimedia. Last but not least, due to time constraint, I would like to summarize P10, X10, and X20, the Helio family lineup. In the first half year of 2015, we have launched Helio X10 and Helio X20. And Helio X10 is through Octa-core SoC. And last month, we had Helio X20, and today we have Helio P10. X20 is for high-end market, and P10 is for the slim design of future mobile devices. And today we focus on X20 and P10, and I believe that at the end of the year, by Q4, it will enter the market. And so thank you. We look forward to them. Thank you.
We also talked about historically that information is available to only a few people. So in the brand new world, we see the reverse of this. So we see the ubiquitous cloud, unconstrained bandwidth, everything is connected and analyzed. We also see that the majority of people have disposable income, which is what we call the super embedded market. But we also see that information is available to all instantly. So that's what we mean with the brand new world. It's a major change. And we just basically in the transition between history and this new market. And that transition started basically the inception of mobile internet 10 years ago. It's very exciting development. It brings on a lot of new things, a lot of impact. So let's look into this more in detail. So if we look at device evolution first, we can see that historically the notion is you press a button, you get some kind of effect. We have walled garden operated services, we have offline vertical home services, like the utility man coming to your house, writing down on a piece of paper what your electricity bill is, go back to the office and send you the bill. We also have web service and standalone devices, non-connected devices. So in the transition we have cloud-connected smartphone devices, downloadable apps, multiple independent service hubs for home audio, video security, so on and so forth. So they are connected, but they're not connected to each other in the cloud. And they're not really connected to each other hardware. So we also have home servers now, Apple content servers. Well, most data is still on the device. So this is the transition period. And in the final stage, the device stage, which is the brand new world, we will see all things cloud connected, made active through sensors, actuators, and robotics. So it's the analogy is apps with legs. It's moving from the analogy of you click somewhere and something happens on the display. You click somewhere, something can happen anywhere around the world. We also have a user-defined connected accessory, connecting many areas together. They're not separated. So some examples here: entertainment, auto, energy, health, home, law, public. These will now all be connected in the cloud, not just independently. And the user really resides in the cloud here. So we have a massive cross-service where data analysis is possible, which is a big difference from how things work today. And multiple hardware devices will be unified and act together as well. That's also something new. It's not just connected devices. It's connected devices that borrow resources from one another, and connected devices that are aware of what the resources can borrow. So cross-mount, you've probably heard of this, is our new standard protocol for this next generation of unified connected devices. Through cross-mount, multiple devices combine all their functions to form a more capable unified device, enabling new features and use cases and much higher resource utilization as we can minimize duplication of hardware. I'll talk more about this and I'll show you some videos of a couple of things. If we move forward and look at business evolution, we have a similar transition. Historically, how products were sold were word of mouth and traditional media advertising. We had very inflated price level because markets were regionalized. And we had physical stores. There was little opportunity for the consumer to really find out what the same product would cost in a different market and compare pricing. We also have slow and expensive prototyping because hardware and software was not available as reference designs. You had to go buy separate pieces, put them together yourself. It takes time, takes money. So you basically have not very much segmentation, very expensive, both getting to prototypes as well as getting to commercial product. In the transition period now, we have social media, online consumer reporting, making it much more easy for the consumer to look at price comparison. That creates price pressure. We have global market, we have fast prototyping through 3D printing. We have very low R&D threshold because we have turnkey reference designs, which is something MediaTek we actually pioneered with our GSM solutions a decade ago. We have heavy segmentation, customization. Look at the brand new world. We look at big data analytics for both procurement and product definition. That means that you as a consumer, you may not even buy something. You may have some criteria in the cloud. When that criteria is fulfilled, the product will automatically arrive at your doorstep. Likewise, that criteria may be shared so that they can develop the product that you decide. So through data analysis, this will be further accelerated. It will provide more business opportunity. So here we have a global fully connected super big market, very fast prototyping, manufacturing, and prototyping, engineering all connected. So you can talk about push button manufacturing here, in the sense that you get all simulations in your tool, and then go out online and get your product manufactured. And you have very fine segmentation. Arguing that the segment is not one, the segment is you, only you, with your specific cluster of devices and applications. So we also see an increased opportunities for success, lower friction in development of business processes, more opportunity for established companies as well as startups, as well as perhaps brands that are not big in electronics that can enter this market easier because the barrier of entry is significantly lower. It'll be faster to get to market. You can perhaps fail 1 or 2 times and still make it. If you make it the first time, it'll be much quicker. So at MediaTek, we have all the ingredients needed to make successful IT projects. We were the pioneer of the turnkey platform. We have all the different wireless education standards, all the advanced SoC technology, and leading multimedia. Last year, we launched MediaTek Lab only in September. It's grown rapidly since then. We have lots and lots of developers online active right now. We also launched MediaTek Ventures in January. And the next picture I'm going to show you is from our ongoing Makers Fair Taipei. These are some real projects that you can go look. They're there right now. Click this one. So here's some real projects that you can see right now. So one of them is this guy is controlling a robot through a handheld activator. The next one is scooters, the location for rental. The one over there is the wine brewing project, where they're using our solutions for wine brewing. There's another one out here, which is actually a fish that you put out in the ocean, artificial fish robot. It can do sensing the ocean water temperature and so on. But there's another one here, which is a cat toy, which also senses how much the cat is using the toy, how exhausted the cat gets. So there's some really great examples of everyday genius, companies with real products here. So with that, I'm not going to go on much further. I think it's great to be here, and after 1 year, to look at what's happened, the response we're getting from media, from analysts, company profile obviously changed a lot, and we keep doing things that benefit the end users as well as the developers, and hopefully the community here, media, and analysts. So welcome to ask any questions and engage with the community. Thank you.
在 Computex 高峰论坛上呢，也会以 Brand New World 为题，跟各位分享一个展望新世界、创造无限可能的精彩演说。我们也邀请现场的朋友们，有兴趣的可以一同参与前往。那除了刚才我们前面提到的有我们的 MediaTek Helio 以及我们的 P10 之外呢，这一次我们的 Wi-Fi 晶片模组其实也是展示的非常重要的重点之一。所以接下来让我们用最热烈掌声邀请到的是我们联发科技无线联通事业部总经理蔡守仁蔡总经理上台为各位介绍新产品，掌声有请。Yes, welcome. It's our time to introduce the new product.
各位来宾、各位先进，下午好。很荣幸代表联发科技在 smartphone 这一块的一个 IoT 产品上来跟各位做一个简要的介绍。我想在座的各位应该
I believe
很
most
久
of
都没
you
有
here,
在家里使用手机的时候，应该都没有去注意到
when
你家
you
的
are
猫的到底
using
是放在哪边了。
smartphones at home, you really pay attention to the exact location of router where you place your router. Well, I would like to share a story with you.
慢慢的在改变了。
Very often I get lost when I have to use the router. Very often I cannot find it in my home, and yet the trend is changing. In the future, the router is playing an ever more significant role.
根据美国市场的调查，在美
According
国
to
市场
market
晚上
survey
8
in
点
the
到11
States,
点，大概有
every
50%
night
的
from
那个
8 to 11 p.m.
都是 video content。
50%
另外一个
of
在
the
整
streaming
个博本 bandwidth
is for video
目
streaming.
前大概在
Video streaming and
是最高的速度。那中国政府也 announce 未来在3年内将投资1兆人民币在将
And the Chinese government has announced that in the future they will invest as much as $2 trillion
从1 Giga 的 PON 增加到2 Giga 到10 Giga 的光纤速度。那这个都是在未来
fiber
家里面
internet linkage,
在这么高的光之下一个很重要的一个趋势。
each home will play a more significant role in facilitating connectivity for everyone. Router now is a prevalent gadget in every house, and it also plays an important role in security. Talking about security, we look into privacy, personal data. But actually, in our home, there are all different sensors that might reveal sensitive data that might lead to risk that threatens our life. And all this will affect the future trends of smart homes. So, the MediaTek way, first of all, we will connect devices. In the past few years, a lot of people and a lot of clients of ours, they are trying to connect home appliances to their smartphones. And from interconnectivity, we are trying to reach interoperability. That means you can have conversation between different devices. For example, the door lock can talk to your smartphone. It won't say, oh, you come home too early, you didn't spend long enough time in the gym. You should go back to the gym. That's some conversation they might have. And another stage, in the green area, that means secured Cortex devices can talk to each other, to one another in a safer way. For example, the air conditioning in your home, the washer, and also your light bulbs, all this can be organized, managed through smart devices. This is a very smart trend, and this is a very important trend for smartphones. And today, 1 out of 3 routers support IoT. And this year, we are announcing different segment platforms, and through gateway and devices communications. It's I believe that MT7623 and 7683, these multi-standard IoT gateways with high-speed WLAN to LAN drive, that they can drive the secure smart home. And as we know, these devices need to be power efficient. So we have a design that after 30 minutes of idling, it will get into hibernation. And here I would like to explain the implication. It's like our everyday life. We get out to work at 8 and then return about 5. So if you come back home at midnight, the door lock will send message to your phone saying that you rarely come home this late in the past 30 days. So what happened? This is a warning, and this could be an example of future trend. And I would like to introduce to you the MT7623, a premium platform for 4x4, 11 AC router and IoT gateway. It's the first ever quad-core processor for parental control and smart QoS. It's the first quad-core processor for QoS and QoI application, and it supports as high as 2.5 Gbps through WLAN and LAN or WLAN wireless bandwidth. And its hardware routing and security engine support traffic analysis. Also, in addition to supporting 4x4 11AC router, the 4x4 chip, this gateway also supports Wi-Fi sniffer and background scanning function. It can scan whether the channel is clean without hackers. That it can identify with background staining to make sure that your Wi-Fi signals are clean and wide enough. And also we support Bluetooth. That is when all your wireless devices in your home, they can be well connected. MT7687 is an IoT gateway product. It's quite a simple product, really cost efficient. And this year we announced the ARM Cortex M4F MCU. It supports Wi-Fi and Bluetooth signals. And we have 5 scaling engines For example, it supports ABS 128. It's by Apple's own chip. But this chip, MT7683, supports double the rate, 256. So it's double the rate for the support capability of Apple. And for smart home trends, I just introduced MT7623, and the second is MT7687. These two are multi-center IoT gateways with high-speed double LAN to LAN to drive the secure smart home. And in the next few days, if you have time, you can visit us at the booth, and you can see all the different quiet home appliances they have been in commercial production. And we have been working with Chunghwa Telecom, and with the 7687 and 7623. I believe in the future, MediaTek is fully prepared for smart home applications, and we look forward to seeing a united world in our smart home. So thank you for sharing. So last but not least, I hope all these presentations can bring you a better vision of all the new products from MediaTek. As I mentioned, on June 3rd, Johan will attend Computex Taipei Summit Forum 2015, and the presentation starts at 9